Welcome to another episode of the Cultivated Culture. We are late this week. This week, lots and lots of stuff happening. But it's just me, Coach Austin, and yours truly, Coach Greg, chilling. Auburn University hat today. Explain to us why you are in the Auburn University hat today, Coach Greggy.
To be honest,
Honest.
when I was a little kid, no,
Mm.
actually, I was cleaning today and I came across this, and it's a hat of my wife's that was
Oh,
misplaced,
okay.
and I wanted to see how long it would take her to realize I had it on because she'd been looking for it,
Hmm.
and did not take her long. She's like, "What are you
But
doing in my hat?"
but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes,
Um, she is a graduate of the University of South Florida.
South Florida indeed.
Why go Bulls? Why would she be wearing or possess a Auburn University hat?
This hat was gifted to me by a Matthew Adcock when
Wow.
he was on a recruiting trip to
Yeah.
Auburn many moons ago. And
Yes.
my wife has a tendency when she sees a really cool and comfortable hat, she just they become her hats.
Listen, it's like your your side of the bathroom, right? All of a
Yes,
sudden
yes,
becomes her
yes.
side of the bathroom. Your side of the bed actually becomes her side of the bed. No, I get it. Your favorite hoodie is now her favorite hoodie. I'm there.
Oh,
I'm there.
all my hoodies.
Yeah. What do they say, right? They say, um, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. But
Just
listen,
hats and hoodies, man.
hey, happy wife, happy life, right?
Absolutely.
Speaking of which,
Mhm.
next topic. Congratulations to my friend, Coach Greg and Mrs. Marie Puskas on 17 years of
Yes, thank you.
wedded bliss.
So much bliss. All the bliss.
All the list. Tell us, what did you do for your wedding anniversary?
Just relax, man. Just had some time together. It's been a busy summer for both of us. She's been working like crazy with her math. She's doing like
No,
conferences with math for school,
mhm,
and kind of pushing some new things with statistics. And
mm.
it's been pretty cool, but a lot of work on her end. And then I've been doing a lot of football stuff like always, and just getting after. So we just enjoyed some time together. Had a nice meal at the Grillsmith, and
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
they have
That's a
a
nice place.
delicious pork chop and heavy
Oh,
pork.
nice. I do. What did Marie get?
She trying to think what she got. She got ahi tuna.
Ahi tuni. That's
Yeah,
is it something like ahi tuna? Because I
I said
like ahi
ahi
tuna.
tuna is what I said.
Okay, tell us. So you had dinner, a nice dinner. Did you
Hmm.
guys do anything else for your anniversary?
I'll just relax, man. Just had some nice time together. Hung out with the kids for a while,
Okay.
and just did some family stuff.
Did you do anything specific for her for 17 years?
No, I'm not. Well, we're not like the paper, wood, and we don't do all that. We started at the beginning, and then we're like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's weird. I know what you're
yeah,
talking about. Wait a minute.
yes,
I know what you're talking about. Like the first year, second year, and then that's where the 25-year anniversary is the
yeah.
silver,
See, I was getting too close to like the
and
elements,
then the 50 and this
the
coming from
metals.
the Department of Science guy, right? Um, but that's where that whole hierarchy comes from, right? Like 25 years is silver, 50 years is gold. Wait a minute. So you guys actually started doing that?
No, we were going to at the beginning, and then we're like, it became like a joke. Like I think for the paper one, I got her like toilet paper or something.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
we had fun with it, but we don't really we go amongst the idea that we really like celebrate every day.
Yeah.
It's not so. I mean, anniversary is awesome. It's a cool milestone checkpoint, but it's not like we wait all year and say have this one special day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
No, I
we just
get you.
enjoy company is the big thing.
Are
That's
you
the priceless gift.
is your wife a flower person? Yes or no?
Hates them.
Hates them.
Yeah.
So my Michelle likes flowers on
So
Mother's
let me
Day.
rephrase it. She likes them. She
Okay.
thinks she doesn't see the point of wasting money on them because they die quick.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
And the
oh, this is actually cool. So it was
okay.
the 17th anniversary is furniture. And we actually just replaced our dryer and our dishwasher because they both were broken. So there you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, look at
There
that.
you go. Seven. Who made up that
I
list? Can you
what
can
year are
you
you?
research that? We are 15.
15? Ooh, this is your crystal anniversary.
Oh wow. Okay. So
Which
like
next year is wax.
I'll get start picking my ears now. Here you go, honey. Happy anniversary. It says what who even makes up that
I
that
don't know.
list?
Because the 21st anniversary is gonna be pretty crazy because it's the fire one. So
Fire.
yeah,
Let's
I'm just
burn
gonna
this
burn
mother
the house. I'm just
down.
burning the
The
house
roof. The roof.
down.
Hey, honey, we're gonna file an insurance claim this year. Hey, happy anniversary. I love you. Hey, start shopping around for
Get it.
more houses. How
You
about
want to hear
this?
you want to hear a weird one first?
Sure.
The ninth anniversary is willow or poetry. I don't even know what that
What the
means.
what does
Is it
that
like a willow
mean?
tree? Did you get a willow tree?
Yeah. Now, are you a big poetry guy
Oh,
to begin with?
I'm all the poetry.
Do you really? Do you? That's what my next question was for you. Are you words of like kindness and affirmation? Do you just speak them, or do you write them down, or do you put them in prose or in lyrics?
Two
Like,
families, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, our star-crossed lovers meet their doom. Man,
wow,
listen, that's Shakespeare, baby. I got
I
it
love
for you.
Hamlet. I love Hamlet. Hamlet is awesome.
um,
I don't know what is that from.
that's Shakespeare.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
Romeo
But
and Juliet, two families. The
oh
Capulets, the
wow,
Montagues. Oh,
oh
come on.
yeah, that's what I meant. I knew that one. But so does she like words spoken or does she like cards? She doesn't really like flowers. Does she like cards or does she like handwritten letters?
Um, if I get a card, it's always hand. It's like always a long message in it.
Okay.
But uh, but yeah, I speak. I speak to speak. You
You
know me. I
spit
don't
you
shut up.
spitting, spit,
You know
spitting,
me. I'll
spitting
shut up.
fire. That's good. I
What
listen,
about what about you?
Michelle likes flowers on Mother's Day. She's okay with flowers. She's like, ah, same thing. They're expensive and they die fast. Um, but she likes cards. She's super sentimental. She likes you to write things. The problem is I can barely put the words together verbally. So for me to write, I can barely read.
It's a lot of
So
letters.
for me to write stuff, it is a huge effort for me.
That's a gift in
Um,
itself.
Yeah, but it's I think it's the CTE. Like as soon as I'm saying it, I'm forgetting it. So if I write
You
it down,
are.
uh, that's it.
Is this too?
Roses are red, violets are what? That's- Do you ever
Violets are wet.
do you ever think something and then hear something like so say you're writing
Yeah, all
a
the time.
letter
Happens to
and
me all
then
the
you
time.
hear something and then you write that word down or
Yep.
that phrase down and then you read it later
And you're like,
and
hmm.
go, that didn't make any sense at all.
Roses are red, violets are SpongeBob SquarePants. That's not
That's
right.
awesome. Look, is your wife okay? Now we did us. Is your wife a gift giver? Does she for your guys' anniversary? Did she write you a handwritten card?
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
she
yeah.
do something
She's
nice
always
for you? Did she
always
bring
super
you
thoughtful.
flowers?
Always super thoughtful. Not she got me flowers I think for Father's Day this year because I made a
Oh,
joke that I never get flowers, but she always remembers like the conversations we have, and then
yeah,
it'll come back like boom. I'm like, "You got me flowers." She's like, "Yeah, you remember you said that you never get them." So those look
nice.
amazing. My daughter just baked cookies.
Please, let's see.
Big into baking right now.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
look at
Put
those.
that in the camera. Oh my goodness.
Hold on,
Yeah,
you
that
ready?
yep, yep, do it, do it. That looks like diabetes in a
They
bite. I'm
look
loving it.
delicious.
Which daughter?
Patty cakes.
Nice. Is she getting into
Yeah,
baking?
she loves cooking.
Is she
She's
really?
big into art, so food is like her art form in the kitchen.
Okay. What have you and the kids been doing all summer? Do they do summer camps? Do they do are they self-soothing? What do they usually do?
Um, they do. We did camps this summer for football,
Okay.
and then I've been at work a lot. Maria's been working a lot, so they've been doing a lot of kind of hanging out together and annoying each other a lot. Uh, Addie's been doing art stuff. B's been practicing, like teaching herself ballet, so that's been fun.
Nice.
And she's
Nice.
going to Steinbrenner cheer camp tomorrow.
Yay. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That
it's fun.
that you know what um our kids are at that age, and yours are a little older than mine, where you can leave them for a set amount of time and you're not worried that the house will burn
The
down.
house will still be there
Yeah,
mostly. Yeah.
we're right on the cusp of that. So Michelle went to Aldi and what's up, baby?
Hi,
What's
B.
up? And the faceless wonder. There you go. But sh- what's she doing? Say hi at least. There we go.
Steinbrenner little
What?
sister.
What's up, B?
See the
How are you,
shirt?
baby? Little sister. I see it.
Steinbrenner little sister.
Oh, I know. Wait a minute. Because Addie's going to ninth grade.
Seventh.
Okay, so she said
Everett's in
it's
ninth.
Everett going into ninth. Yes. Wow. So going back to it, like, our kids are at that age where they can
Because they're big.
self-soothe, they can
Mm-hmm.
they can entertain themselves. We are at that stage that like we're just starting that. So Michelle went to Aldi and left the boys at the house, and they thought it was like the coolest thing. And I was like,
We're adults.
careful. But we didn't do any. We're also at the age too where we didn't do any camps this year because the boys like need some downtime, some decompressed time, some time
Yeah, for
together.
sure.
Like that arguing and fighting, I think like being in each other's space is a healthy thing too. Even though
Yeah, for sure.
they annoy each other and they piss each other off. Like it's important because they learn how to cohabitate with each
Mm-hmm.
other. They learn how to compromise and they learn how to fist fight and you know but
And set their noses and arms.
that's it. Now, are you guys going or doing anything for summer? How's your let's start back. How's your summer gone, my friend?
Fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
very fast. We got our return letters to school today on our pre-planning schedule. And
Wow.
I'm like, oh no, why would you send this?
Yeah.
um, and then tomorrow, um, I will turn 42 years young, but I'll be spending
Way.
tomorrow a little differently
Why?
because four of our flag football players are in Los Angeles competing for
Oh,
Team USA. And
wow.
the games are going to be streamed, so I'm going to be watching the games online and cheering them on from here. Pretty
Oh,
pumped
that's
about it.
awesome. That's
Yeah, it's going
awesome.
to be dope.
Listen, I still have, where the heck is that? I still have,
Dun dun dun.
remember your
Titans.
40th birthday?
I do the little head.
And hey, I still have those. They're
you
in
know,
this mess of an office somewhere. Hold on,
you know,
hold on, hold on.
somehow one of those showed up at school on our staff board.
Oh yeah. Here you go. Ready?
Yeah, there they are. Those are so good.
They're excellent. Excellent. I love it.
So good.
Um, that was a good party, despite lie.
That's
That
fun.
was a fantastic party. Are you going to, after you watch the girls play, are you going to
Just chill out.
do any partying?
Just chill out.
That's
Watch some.
a big chill
Watch.
out summer for you, huh?
Yeah, I've been. It's a recovery center. It's been a long year,
Yeah.
so
Are you excited for the school year coming up?
always excited.
Yeah.
I'm pumped
Are you
because the curriculum teaches a lot of fun, and the first year was really tough
yeah.
because I didn't have a ton of help through it because a lot of the schools don't teach it, and
Yeah.
the couple of schools that taught it have only been teaching it 1 year.
Mm,
So a lot of it was trial and error, and a lot of times I'd fall on my face a little bit learning it,
yeah.
some of the new stuff. But I'm excited to kind of figure out how we did last year and then grow on it this year and figure out new ways of getting the curriculum to the students in a exciting manner.
Yeah. Well,
I
listen,
told you
that's
we're messing with the AI stuff this year, and
yeah. That's the only way to really ever learn anything anyways, right? Is you learn how to ride a bike by falling off of it, right? You never ever learn how to ride it by just balancing. You just learn about gravity. You
yeah, you
fall
turn
over
around,
and over.
you turn around, the person that's supposed to be holding the back is gone, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Dude.
Dad, why? Why? Yeah, but I mean, the truth is, right? You learn to ride a bike not by learning how to balance, by understanding the fact that gravity is going to win, and
Yes.
you just have to pick yourself up, and you just have to get back on the bike with the scraped elbows, with scraped knees, and in my face with scraped face. In my case, scrape my face up a couple times, and you just keep on going. But I think that's the same for everything. Is um, education, and it's interesting because I look back on the other podcasts we have, and your your perspective on education is a very interesting perspective because
Oh, it's all
um,
over the place.
well, I think why I like it is because it's different than when we grew up, and when we grew up is it's all about the results. Like you have to come to the table with regurgitation of facts rather than a level of understanding. Where I think your perspective on it now, it makes better sense. But again, you're still
So,
churning through the machine of education. You know what I
so
mean?
here's where I'm hoping a lot of people get to in education, and we probably discussed this before, is I don't care about grades, I've told you. What I care about is that the students learn mastery, right?
Right.
So if you fail, I'm going to give you every opportunity to show me that you've learned the material, but
Yeah.
you're going to have to do it. So if you can show me by the end of the 9 weeks, hey, look, I know how to do this now, then I'll give you the grade for it because
Mm,
the point is that the student is learning. It's not a punishment system. And
right.
so that's what's I think is the most important thing. And it's kind of what's invigorated teaching. Teaching got a little stale when you
Yeah.
teach the same subject for 10, 15 years and it becomes kind of habitual and you get comfortable in what you're doing. And it's nice to step outside the box and kind of reevaluate everything and try and find new ways to kind of attack the subject and help these students kind of open new doors for them. You know what I mean? It's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's very interesting. And speaking of mastery, 17, how long have you taught?
This is going to be year 20.
Wow. And you've been married 17.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there a level of mastery that you think that you have gained in marriage,
Um,
in
a lot of
relationships?
a lot of it's just like we've talked in the past is that it's a partnership. You gotta give. You gotta take when you need when you don't want to. Sometimes you don't want help, but you have to accept it because sometimes if the other person knows better than you on what you need because you're in a different place. You know what I mean? So you got to be
Yeah,
willing to accept. You got to be willing to give, and it's not always convenient, but it's what's important for the relationships you have.
yeah. What is what is 17 years later the biggest lesson that you've learned about relationships?
17 years later.
Mhm.
Um, that you're gonna have a lot of relationships in life, and a lot of people that you come across in life are not going to be um, necessarily as the relationship doesn't necessarily mean as much to them as it does to you.
Yeah,
And I don't think you can really judge people based on that because people are in different parts of their life. They're in different phases of what they're going through. And I
yeah,
think the most important thing is you just keep doing your best to let people know you care about them and that you're there for them, and whether they accept it or not, they hear it, and if they need something, then they know they have you to go to if they need something. And a lot of people that fall, they're already falling, they don't realize it sometimes. And I think it's nice to be caught by a safety net you don't always realize you have. So it's good to
yeah.
be there for people, just be a good human and care about people and show them you love them.
Yeah. What about in your relationship with your wife, Marie? 17 years later, you said relationships in general. That's fantastic information. But for those who are listening, who are still listening, because we're 20, 30 minutes into this now, if they're still with us, you might grab a nugget. So
True
pay
fans.
attention. Yeah. What what in 17 years have you learned about marriage?
um, a lot of people say marriage is a piece of paper. You know what I mean? A lot of people say that marriage is hard. A lot of people say, oh, it's not. To me, it's I wake up every morning next to the person that I love, and nothing else matters. Like whatever faces me that day, we're gonna figure out.
Yeah.
And it's the person that I trust the most, that I want to be going through all the good with, all the bad with, and it's not a hard reminder to keep yourself doing the things to, be a good role model for your kids and your community, helping where you can when you have someone that makes you want to be better in life. So that's what I look at everything she does in her profession, and the way she carries herself as a person, and I always feel like I need to be better for her. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So it's really cool
Yeah.
to never.
That's a very, very big, like, teammate,
Mhm.
teamwork mentality. Um, and that's humongous because
It's cool
we
because not everybody gets that. You know what I mean?
right. Well, and that's I think why you've lasted through some of these parts because everyone's got rough spots in their marriage.
Sure.
But I think understanding that your performance, um, your behavior, your attitude, that's not for you. That's for your team, and that you and your wife are a team. You and your family are a team, and I think that's what I've learned too in as many years as we've been married is, that relationships and marriages are just they're never equal. As much as you want them to be equal, they are partnerships, but they are not equal because we all have our different strengths. Um, we all have our different gifts, and each one of us comes to the table with that. And if we trust each other enough, when I am weak in an area, you trust that that person will come to the table with their strength and pick us up, and vice versa. When she is weak in an area, um, she has to have that trust in us or in me that I'll bring my strengths to the table to get us through whatever that particular issue might be. And I think that is a part of us also coaching. We see that and it's easy for us to live that, especially in a day and age in a society where it's all about me. Like what is in it for me?
and
What am
and
I
that's
gonna gain
perfect
out of it?
because the thing that always gets in the way, whether it be a marriage or coaching, or is ego, right? So there's a lot of kids that could be much better athletes than they are, and ball players and disciplined athletes, but sometimes hearing something you're doing is incorrect, is it's a blow to your ego and it doesn't feel good because you've been working your butt off. Like, who are you to say that I'm not doing this right? I'm going to do it my way. I know what I'm doing. I
Yeah.
watched the video. so I think a lot of things it's just if people can put aside their egos and, you know, kind of adhere to that commitment that they made, whether it be a partnership or a, coach player relationship, I think you can learn a lot from each other. Coaches
Oh
too.
yeah.
Coaches can learn from their players.
Oh yeah. Well, and remember that on each team, whether it's a marriage, whether it's an actual sports team or an organization, everybody has a job, and everyone has to know their role, understand it, and they have to do that specific job. Because although all the jobs are different and they're in different tiers, they are all important to make the whole machine work. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in today's day and age that want to be upfront. They just want to be the face of everything,
Yeah.
but they forget that all the mechanics behind it is what keeps the train moving. It's not just the engineer that's pulling on the steam horn. You know what I mean? So I like it because again, there's a lot of translation that we have in what we're doing and in our relationships. And I wanted to spend a little time with you because we don't often get to just chit chat, you and me, because we are so busy with football. You've got a lot
Everything.
of, I've got some kids. You've got a lot of kids. So, and you've got high schoolers now, and so we don't often chew the fat, and that I don't we don't often tell each other, right, that you are important to me, and I enjoy and I appreciate our time together, and that we're recording together
I
because
love it.
yeah, Michelle and her best friend, they spend time with each other probably once a month. Michelle will drive down to Bradenton,
Mhm.
and since we've shifted our podcasts right to Mondays, her best friend, whose name is Suzanne, said, why is he doing this? What is the purpose? Is he trying to, um, monetize it? Is he trying to, like, what is his end goal? And, it was easy for me. I'm like, I'm with one of my best friends. We joke with each other. We chew the fat. We talk about, you know, 15 years of coaching together, 15 years of doing life together, 15 years of, good times and bad times. And I think documenting that is something that we'll be able to keep forever when we're both, senile, pee in our pants, and when the CTE is in full swing for me and I
Oh,
can't even,
that's coming.
drooling. But also, I think for those out there who think that they're by themselves or think that there's nobody that can relate to them. I mean, we couldn't come from two more different worlds. We do this every week because we enjoy each other's company. We love each other, and we're doing life, which is an important thing because you can't. I mean, I heard a phrase, right? Um, that if you want to go somewhere fast, then you go there by yourself.
Mhm.
But if you want to go somewhere far, you have to have a lot of people with you. You go with other people, and I firmly believe that why even me personally, we are where we are is because we have people like each other that
Yeah, it's
we're
important. That's why we make time every week to do this. I mean, we've been doing
yeah,
this for this is what, like
almost a year.
almost 40 weeks now.
This will be 38.
That's crazy.
38.
Haven't
But
missed a week.
no, and I think your tests and all of our tests that we go through that we are willing to be vulnerable and share um, and put on YouTube and stuff becomes our testimony for somebody else. Like we don't know
Yes.
who's gonna pick this up, hear it, be in a rough spot in their relationship with their wife or their spouse or with their kids, or not sure where they want to go in life, and they'll hear us and go, "Wow, those if those two idiots can make something happen, then there's no reason that I couldn't." Right?
Or even if it's just a reminder to a former player or a student that's watching to, you know, there's someone there to reach out to if you need to talk,
Yeah,
and or reach out to the people that matter to you because you don't know how long you have with them.
yeah. Well, I had a lot of the messages and the comments and stuff, and I'll see kids out, and we have sparked a revolution with the old alumni because it it sounds like guys are starting to reach out to each other. Guys are starting to go, "Hey, listen, did you hear these two knuckleheads podcast? They talked about you and this and that. Do you remember this event or that event?" Because um, those things become distant memories. 15, 16 years of doing what we're doing, it- we are still chugging along. But for somebody that it's a finite amount of time. It's 4 years of high school, and they might get 2 years with us. Um, that's a treasury of memories for them that sometimes because they build all these other experiences in life, it gets buried. And then like with Christian Carrier last week, it
Awesome.
it we were able to dig it up and he goes, "Wow." Remember, he's like, it's so fun to go back and look and think about those days." Um, but alas, this will be the same. One of the days we will be able to we'll look back at this and we'll go, "Wow, did we really say that stuff?" Um,
I got a fun question for you.
sure.
Your wish list.
Yeah.
3 guys or gals that we have not had on the podcast yet that you would
Mm,
be excited to host.
okay. Mm, okay. I'm ready. With pick number 1 in the Cultivator Culture Show draft. The first overall pick goes to Andres Perez
Hey, great.
Ronaldo.
That was my number one. That was my number one.
Listen, we really need to get him on here
That would be
eventually.
like a 3-hour episode.
Oh my god. A 3-hour episode of him calling us idiots. And telling us we're wrong all the time. Am I
uh,
right?
I
Um,
mean, he enjoys the show though.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like a lot of people that have tuned in, they say the same thing. They're like, "Yeah, you guys are really some of the stuff is good, a lot of stuff is terrible." So, I'm like, well, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for
Um,
listening.
number 2, here's a good one. Ready? Number 2 would be Eddie Henderson.
Oh,
Yep, because Eddie Henderson, not from a player or coach perspective, he would be able to take us through what the logistics of trying to put a high school football team on the field from scratch would have to require. You know what I mean?
Eddie Henderson hired me.
What's that?
Eddie Henderson gave both of us coaching jobs.
He did. He did.
Yes.
And thank you. Shout out to you, Eddie. We appreciate you. We love you. Come join us on the show one day.
My
Um,
man Eddie.
yeah, but he would be one that would be very, very interesting to come onto the show. Um, number 3 would be Earl Garcia, of
Ooh.
all people. The coach at Hillsborough High School, the head coach of the varsity football team, Earl Garcia, has seen so much happen in Hillsborough County when it comes to football. Um, all the changes and evolutions in the game, all the changes and evolution in the administrative part of football. But he has, if anybody I could pick their brain about how to treat human beings and how to raise boys into men, not just good college football players, but he has no doubt in my mind put a lot of very, very good people out into our society after he coached them. In fact, um, do you remember Mo Harris?
Yeah, Mo Harris was a heck of a coach
Eh,
and a heck of a player.
he was a heck of a player. Him and his brother played for Coach Earl at Hillsborough High School, and I actually ran into his brother I'm down in South Tampa. We were at a birthday party, and we are chewing the fat because they um, both Mo and his brother are trying to get back into coaching a little bit, and now they've kind of stepped away. But we started talking about tenure, and because they asked whether we were still at Soundbritter, and I said, yeah, we're still doing it. And um, they started chit chatting, and we started talking about like what we were doing now. And he was sharing some stuff about Coach Earl. That was like, that's amazing. That's amazing because this is a 40-some-year-old man that was coached as a teenager that is still remembering some of those things that Coach Garcia told him when he
Yeah.
was a teenager. That would be, to me, those would be my top three. To hear just what they think of what the way things are now, and two, just to chew the fat, like pick their brains about what it's been like to do things from the ground up, to do things and be pioneers in our sport and in our area, in our
And
county.
last one, celebrity that you'd like to have on.
Like
Anything,
celebrity,
anyone.
celebrity, like movie celebrity,
Doesn't matter. Sports star, celebrity,
celebrity,
anyone you could pick.
anyone at all, like football, baseball,
Yes.
movie, TVs. Okay, I'm gonna pick a Tampa favorite. You ready?
I'm gonna guess who you're gonna say.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it a football player?
No.
John Cena.
I like John. John's a nice dude, but he's not from here. He's from up north. He's from
He's no, he's
Massachusetts.
a Tampa guy.
He is now.
Yeah, he
But
lives
remember,
in
he
Tampa.
played his D3 football. He played D3 football, but he played it up north, and he's from like Massachusetts or the New
Yeah,
England area.
but he's always in the Lutz area.
Yeah, I know because there's a house in Land O'Lakes.
Yeah, we should go to his house.
Huh? Yeah, we
Come in,
should
John
listen.
Cena.
Hey, John, it's
We're
just
coming.
us. Hey, it's Coach Greg and Coach
Can't see
Austin.
us.
You can't you can't see us. No. Think of okay.
I thought you were
So
gonna go with like Derek Brooks. Is who I thought you were gonna.
D Brooks is a good one, but the answer is no. Um and we used to, just for those who are listening,
Did the guy play in the
and
NFL?
still around, this is a game that Coach Greg and I play on the bus, on the way to football games, is who it's called Who
Who
Am I?
am I?
But
Did
we'll
he?
do
Did he?
the
Did
go
he
ahead.
play? Did he play in the NFL at any point?
No.
Is it a guy?
Yes.
Is he a movie star?
Was.
Ooh, is he still alive?
Yes.
Is he a movie star? Is he over 50?
Yes.
Over 60?
Not sure.
50 to 60 years old.
Not
Any
not a movie star, made one hit movie.
involved in sports at all?
Not at all.
Hmm.
You're never gonna guess it.
It's somebody I would know.
Oh, 100%. You better know.
What was the movie about?
Oh, I can't tell you. It was a comedy. Comedy.
Was it a sports comedy?
No, no.
Ooh, I don't know any actors from Tampa. White guy?
Yes.
Not Rodney Dangerfield. He's dead. 50s.
No.
Is he still on TV?
Mm, uh, Cameos and such, but not in a starring role. He's in TV and movies, but not in a starring role.
Stand-up comedian?
No.
Oh.
Funny.
I'm
A funny man. Yes, 100% funny because he did comedy, obviously, but not a comedian.
gonna give up on this one.
Are you
Yeah,
ready?
I am. I'm ready.
Pee Wee Herman.
He's dead.
No, he's not.
He died recently.
Did he really?
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Let's check. We have to. We have to check this. This is. I don't think
Paul
he is.
Rubin.
Paul Reubens, my boy, Paul Reubens. Don't even
Paul
judge. Listen,
Rubens
stop judging me. I
died
feel you guys are.
July died July 30th, 2023. Making harm on you. That's my bike, Francis.
The word of the day is hamburger. Ah!
So good.
Okay. Okay. And now I'm going to have to give you the reason because a lot of people, and I'm sure you're like, what
If
the
you want to know
hell?
where he sat in the movie theater, that's why.
No. What I really want to know is, and here, this is the fact, is how do you ever think that something that is so silly that you do, something that is so insignificant when you start it, would change a whole society? You know what I mean? Because remember, he had a TV show called
Pee Wee's
Pee Wee's
Playhouse.
Playhouse, and it was I watch it now, and it's ridiculous,
My kids
absolutely
watched
ridiculous.
it.
It makes zero sense.
Nope,
But
but it
the
worked.
rhetoric of that time, that guy was a complete game changer when it came to like TV at that time. And I always want to know those guys. Not the guys that were like, oh, I was like the best
He was like he
this.
was him. He was like himself, and he was fine with it. Like
That's what I want to know
this is
is
me.
how do you know um that what you're doing, which is, super, super silly, all of a sudden you become this global phenomenon. Like what does that feel like? What does that feel like just all of a sudden out of nowhere? Because sports athletes, oftentimes there is a moment that they're like, you know what? I'm good. And then they go through the different levels and they go, yep, I'm still good. Yep, I'm still good. Yep, I'm still good. And now I'm getting paid. Movie stars are the same. TV stars, like, they have a look about them. They speak a particular way, and then you couple their talent with hard work, they're gonna succeed. Paul Reubens is just like an average guy. Paul Reubens is a guy that if he was a stand-up comedian, and I might be wrong, Coach Perez, if I am, my bad. You can fact check that. Um, such a silly human being, average, very, very average, but had such a specific niche that people around the world recognize and to this day still recognize. That's what I want to know is what that feels like to be as average looking, as average speaking, but to be able to change the world. You know what I mean? Now, how about you? Let's reverse the question. Your
I
top
think
three.
I think Perez is one, like we
Has to be
talked about.
Perez.
That'll be fun. Two. Ooh, probably I'm gonna go with Jessica Taylor
Oh, why?
And Erica Serafini on the same show. I just think
Oh gosh.
they'd have great stories. They're funny,
Yeah,
and they both had very successful college athletic careers, and now they're working on businesses and doing other things.
they're both
Uh,
successful.
yeah, absolutely. And
Okay.
then
Who's the third?
third would be hmm, probably. I think it'd be fun to do somebody like Jay Dantley
Oh,
or Mason Floyd.
oh my gosh. I
I
love
think
Mason.
Mason
Do
would
you
be a
know
lot of fun.
do you know where Mason works?
He works at either Target or Walmart. I don't remember. I saw him recently.
Walmart up
Mhm.
here in Lutz. And every time I go in there and I see him, for one, it's hard to miss him. Because for those of you who don't know Mason, he is like 6'8", and he's probably 350 pounds. He's a massive human being. But you also cannot miss Mason because of the smile on his face. He walks around and he has got the biggest smile and he's so engaging as a human. Love me some Mason. That
Awesome.
would be that would be a phenomenal conversation.
I think Floyd Graham would be fun.
Yeah, Coach Graham would
And
be good.
yeah, I got a lot of people I think would be fun to have on. David Smiley. Remember David Smiley? Trees will fall.
Yeah.
We can ask him about the famous shit ass poop.
The most that's one of my
Revisit.
favorites. That is my one of my 100%
We got to find
favorite.
Smiley.
Oh man, that's a great one. That is
And
one of my favorite motivational speeches. What kind of drove me to going into motivational speaking into like is David Smiley's shit ass poop motivational speak
it was so
pre-game.
good.
Hands down the best. Hands down the best.
And it would be like there's so many guys I would love to catch up with, and I mean there's like McKnights, the Vegas. I think that it'd just be cool to hear their stories, the Fords,
Yeah,
um, just to see what they're doing these days. It'd be awesome.
yeah. Now, how about celebrity?
Ooh.
Anyone that you could think of that and why? And also why?
Ooh, hold on, I'm getting there.
Okay, ready? Is it an athlete?
Um, no.
Okay. Is it a
The
man?
person's been seeing doing athletic things.
Okay. Is it a man?
Yes,
Is he a movie star?
yes,
Is he currently making movies?
yes, all the time.
Well, I think I already know. Is he also involved in football?
Um, his bestie is.
His bestie. Okay.
His bestie
Did he
was.
play football?
His bestie played football.
But he did not.
No, he's more of a basketball guy, but not an NBA
Okay.
guy.
Oh, that was my next yep. Next good question would be, is he an NBA guy? Is he like a massive celebrity?
Yes, and we would have a blast.
Listen, I, I think we would have a blast talking to anybody. You know what I mean? We could grab. We should start doing a street version of what we're doing, and just ask questions to people,
It'd be
um,
awesome.
and just hang out. Like just hang out on
Let's do
Steinbrenner's
let's do
campus.
it. Let's do it for the year episode. We just go to like Publix and just randomly walk around and interview
Let's just go to
somebody.
Steinbrenner, and let's just walk around like the kid. Like my sons love this one, but the guy's like, "Can I get a whole yeah?" Like they love that one. We should
uh,
do that for the year episode. We could do something silly like that. Let's going back. Come on, we gotta finish this. Um he makes movies. I honestly thought it was gonna be The Rock at first. Now
the
because
the
you say
Rock
it's
is his
but
bestie.
that's what I'm saying. But because you said it's his bestie, I was going with Kevin Hart.
He's Kevin Hart.
Oh my gosh. That
Now,
would
how
be
cool!
phenomenal.
Me and you challenge The Rock and Kevin Hart to a 2-on-2 fight.
To a 2-on-2 stare down.
This is how we win, right?
Yeah.
I'll fight The Rock first, but I'm just gonna go straight
Yes.
fetal position.
Yeah.
You'll get Kevin Hart down eventually, and then you come over and help.
Well, listen, you realize Kevin Hart is actually trained in boxing. Even though he's small, he can
He's a strong dude,
box
though.
and he can move.
Yeah, let's do
He's
stare
not,
down. Stare down
he's
would be
athletic.
a good
See,
one.
that's what I'm saying. We have to have a stare down. Because, see, we would win.
Do you
We would win.
smell?
Do you smell what The Rock just did in his pants? Okay,
So
so
good.
why Kevin Hart. Aside from it to be the funniest episode ever.
It's so good. But I just find him fascinating as a person, man.
Yeah,
Like came from tough upbringing and just completely tore the doors off everything, became a
yeah,
megastar.
yeah. And he's
And
a short king. Short kings.
he,
Yeah.
that's it. I love people that are able to make fun of themselves and just
Yeah.
have fun with whatever the situation brings.
Yeah. He is. I love his comedy too.
So funny.
He's he is a
Have you
funny
watched
dude.
the YouTube series he did with the ice bats?
I saw one of them.
So funny.
I haven't seen them all yet. I need to take the time because he is a funny dude.
There are some gems on there.
Are there? By
That's
the
so good.
way, have you seen the
Dean Patterson's
episode
ice bath.
of Dean Patterson
Yes,
in the ice bath?
sure have.
Fantastic. Listen, Dean is I'm calling it already. He's our first Hollywood star coming out of Miami, Florida.
Ooh.
Oh man, he's gonna be a kid. Like I said, he is so vibrant. You just to talk to him, to be around him, the is just full of energy. And if football doesn't work, um, he's gonna do phenomenal at whatever he chooses. But because they put him on all these pictures and they put him on all these videos, he's our next Hollywood guy. I'm telling you, he's gonna be Channing Tatum. You know what I
So
mean?
this is actually fun.
The ebony edition.
There's Channing Tatum. So I just looked up, and the NCAA game that I've
Yeah,
been ranting about for years.
yeah.
Ed O'Bannon, you ruined this for everyone. So
Edel
it's
Bannon
coming.
suck.
It's coming out
Okay.
this coming week,
Yep.
officially for the first time in 10 years.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, I'm taking FIU to a championship. That's what I'm going to do. So I started looking up like FIU player ratings. Can't find player ratings anywhere, but it said it has like notes on each team. And it says top
Yeah.
route runner, and it goes Dean Patterson, blah blah blah. It goes. He has a whole write up in the game about like his route ability, and it was pretty cool.
That's dope. That's dope. But you know what?
Dude.
Of anybody, he deserves it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
heck yeah!
He's a guy that had to fight his own way out of the gulag. You know what I mean?
Done
So
everything right.
everything that's coming to him, he deserves currently. But like I said, if he doesn't make it, if he doesn't make it on in football, which we already know, Dean is going to make it in football. But after his football career, I'm telling you, he's going to be on BET films somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be in the next Miami Vice.
He is as Tubbs. But that is he's awesome. Well, listen. Speaking of time, we're pulling at the end of it. It's we're almost there. That it you that is called mewing.
Yes. What's funny though is when you do it, you can see like your cheeks indent. When I do it, it just looks like I'm just touching my face.
You said that a couple of episodes. I was completely wrong. I was like, what the heck? That's not called mewing. That's called Sigma face. But my boys have confirmed it. That is called mewing.
You look like The Rock there. Now I just gotta be Kevin Hart, and then we'll basically be them.
Hey, we're coming after you guys. That's it. But
To hang out with
um,
you guys.
yeah, to hang out, get on a podcast, that'd be
Perez.
cool. That'd be dope. Perez, you know what? It's all good. Um, I'll be out in just a minute. We're just wrapping up,
Yeah.
son.
Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, just so. But I want to. I appreciate you very much. I never get a chance. We never get a chance to do this very often by ourselves. Um, I appreciate you. I love you very
Appreciate you, buddy.
much.
Love you.
Yeah, you're like one of my best friends.
No,
I
I'm your
can tell
best
you,
friend.
I could tell you anything. I can pick my nose in front of you, and not feel judged. And I appreciate our times doing this together. And I hope everyone else who gets a chance to listen to our tomfoolery enjoys the same. So, um, it's time for 99. I gotta go work out. Thank you for your time. Love you, buddy. Happy anniversary to you and the
Thank
missus.
you.
Lovies.
Love you, my friend.
Lovey.
Enjoy your evening.
Nighty night, everybody. On the next. See ya.